What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Will Carr Speaks podcast. Excited for this episode, as I'm excited for every episode, but got a good friend. Excited to talk to my homie, Daniel Eisenman, today. That's how you pronounce your last name, right?
That's how you pronounced it.
How's it actually pronounced?
I've always
Eisenman?
I've always heard it as Eisenman.
Eisenman?
Yeah, because it's like Eisenhower, but cut off the Hauer and put a man.
Okay. Eisenman. As soon as I said that, I was like, that's not right.
It means Iron Man in German.
I don't know. Okay. Iron Man in German. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I've always known you as Daniel. So
That's all.
I don't know if I've ever heard anyone actually say your last name other than just like
some people might pronounce it
on your bio
like that, but I haven't met yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's all a roll of the dice. But the Ohm Daddy, that's what you went viral for initially. One thing you went viral for, the Ohm Daddy, the founder of Tribe Vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I guess that's my intro for you.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
I brought you some gifts.
Cool, man. I brought you gifts.
You want to do a gift exchange now?
Yeah. Let's go.
This is our tallow balm that we've been sold out for a long time, but we're back in stock.
Awesome.
I just rubbed it all over my arms.
Sweet.
Peaches and cream.
Awesome. Peaches and cream. Smells good. The Tribe Vitamins Bison Tallow Balm.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some tallow bridges going on. And then a pure elk velvet antler.
Oh, nice.
From some one herd in Wisconsin.
Very cool.
Some big bad bulls.
Yeah.
Ready to get you nice
elk
and
antler.
rock hard.
All right.
And then to make that extra secure, we got
you
some
Primal
extra
seed. Testosterone.
Pure bison testicles.
The Primal seed.
Yeah.
The original fertility food. Well, I might have to keep that. I'm not trying to have any kids right now, man. No extra fertility for me.
Well, Valentine's Day is coming around the corner, and I don't know if you have a Valentine, but that is a great whole package for a pre-date.
There we
Use
go.
all three before your date.
Man, yeah. Just make sure use birth control, right? No more kids.
Birth control.
Something I don't know. Well, birth control can be all types of things.
I'm just curious what you mean.
Yeah. I don't know that I even want to dive into what that is.
You're not taking that male birth control, are you?
Is there a version?
I think I've heard about it. I don't know if it's out, but there's also something known as a vasectomy.
Yeah, I definitely haven't done that.
Yeah,
I would never get a vasectomy.
I don't think any of when I like my brothers, for instance, would or myself, but my brother all of a sudden had 4 boys under 5 years old, and I think he underwent the procedure.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but then I met someone the other day. I think Clark's dad. I trust this is public information. Allegedly had a vasectomy, got it reversed, and then had a child.
Oh, wow!
So I'm not promoting vasectomy.
It can be reversed, yeah.
I just don't know about saying never, because who knows?
I just
your Valentine's Day and you have like 4 boys under 5 years old. 10 years from now, you're
seems like a lot to go through to I don't know. It took me a long time to even get my dog snipped. I had to wait until my dog was 5. And then it took until my dog started. He started peeing on my deck, and I was like, "All right, you're done." Cutting.
Wow. Oh, that was a low tolerance, but I at least appreciate you for saying snipped rather than fixed.
Yeah.
Because what it actually is, don't they actually remove the balls?
Yeah.
So that might be the more accurate way to describe it. I have a dog and he has his balls. I have 2 dogs.
Yeah. Yep.
One's the mom and one's the son.
Yeah.
He's a real stud.
Yeah, Leo, Leo's a great dog. I'm fortunate I have a good dog. He would run. He's like a husky Pyrenees, and he would go. I found him over 5 miles away from my house once.
Wow, you have a tracker on him now?
No, now he doesn't run
because his testicles.
Because he doesn't have his balls.
This is such a fascinating conversation to bridge it to the bison because this is why I'm so aligned with the bison industry over the cattle industry for many reasons. But the main reason is bison do not do castration.
Interesting.
Yeah, they in the cattle world, I think the cows/bulls that keep their balls are the ones that are for breeding and for rodeos. But all the other ones the steers get castrated and then they become a docile meat suit.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you buy beef testicles, I think people might be buying those castrated testicles, which I don't know. It sounds a little too.
Because the testicles that you get are from when the animal
they kill the
is
animal.
butchered.
Yeah, they kill the animal.
The castration thing. They're already killed.
Yeah, so the bison keep their balls until they transition.
Nice.
Unlike a lot of people's dogs and cattle.
Yeah. But for that same reason we're discussing right now is why I would personally never actually get a vasectomy.
Well, one difference is they don't, like my brother.
They don't take your balls.
Yeah,
they
just
still keep them.
Redivert something with the sperm.
But that's gotta still mess with your hormones somehow.
Maybe. I mean, that's a good question.
It has to.
I've heard it does not, but that's a great question. Like I said, I am not promoting it one way or the other. But when you said birth control, it just got me all curious.
I know, because like in the biohacking world we live in, birth control is awful too. So I don't know. I was just thinking, this fertility, and I'm like, oh man, the last thing I need is another unplanned child.
Well, someone could fact check this, but here's like a freakonomic thing. Allegedly, when Coca-Cola changed its formula,
okay,
like I don't know the year, maybe the 70s. Jamie,
I love it. We got a Coca-Cola conspiracy here.
Let's check this out. When they changed the formula, the birth rate in a certain country in Africa skyrocketed because allegedly these people were using Coca-Cola as a contraceptive. Like I think they were like pouring it somehow. Check it out. Maybe someone bullshitted me.
How does that even work? I feel like someone totally was yanking your chain, bro.
It was at Emory. I went to Emory University, and I was a professor that was like doing a speech on freakonomic situations.
Okay.
But he may have been bullshitted. He may have not.
Maybe.
He may have not had Jamie to fact check that.
Because sometimes it's what's the saying? It's easier to fool someone than to convince them they've been fooled.
That's true. I'll admit if that's wrong. That's why I was like, I gave a disclaimer. I'm like, this story sounds so untrue. I just want to share it, but I'm not even sure if it's true.
Yeah, that's an interesting story, whether it's true or not.
Yeah. I mean, that's such an interesting topic. I mean, the pulling out and understanding some the woman's cycle seems to be first base.
Yeah, first base
of contraception.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, the pull out method is tough though.
Yeah. I mean, it can be
from 2 single deaths.
But I mean, to me, that it all depends on who. So I've had it where the pull out method is not hard, and then I've had it where the pull out method was not really an option unless I wanted to have tension.
No, it's not true. What did you say?
Okay.
It's just make bunch of news. People protest. There was against the new taste, and then Coca-Cola after like 1 year bring back the old recipe.
But is there a story about the contraception in that African country with birth rate?
We're learning in real time the truth of this conspiracy.
I mean, there is and Coca-Cola might be the only company that's allowed to legally have coca leaf in the United States. Which is interesting because I think they were putting coca leaf or derivative of cocaine when they like first started.
Because they're not, not anymore.
I don't think so. I wish.
Yeah,
I love coca leaf. I've never used cocaine, but I love coca leaf.
Interesting.
I think it's ridiculous. That's illegal. It's like making hemp illegal.
Right.
It's like, and as you know, living in Peru,
right,
coca leaf is like a sacred herb.
Totally. You make tea out of it.
The Peruvians told me like coca leaf is from God, cocaine is from man.
It's
a good way to put it.
More like there is no facts that this happened in Africa, but it's like more jokes and people like saying that's why it's happening. There's no real proof of concept.
Okay.
This probably was like a low-key dark marketing tactic by Coca-Cola. They're like, we're gonna start this fake story
just for more attention
about ourselves to bring more attention to Coca-Cola, and it's working because here we are talking about Coca-Cola.
No, I mean Coca-Cola, you got to give them a respect for how to take over an economy.
No kidding. Yeah. They've done a good job of making sure everyone in the world knows who they are.
Yeah, I think they're a major funder of Emory University where I went to school because the Museum of Coke is in downtown Atlanta. Okay. Have you ever been there? I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
You have all the Cokes from different parts of the world, and they do taste different. At least maybe they're. I don't know how the whole thing works, but I do know
it's like taste testing, like at Coors at the Coors factory in Golden.
Yeah, exactly. I had a friend that worked at Rockstar, and he said when the cans would spill, I think Coca-Cola owns Rockstar now, but when the cans would spill on the like concrete warehouse, like after weeks, it would eat through the concrete.
Okay. Yeah. I know someone who's a flight attendant, and they would say whenever you have to clear the toilet on the plane, they will just dump a can of Coke down the toilet and it clears the clog.
That sounds like maybe what some of those people in Africa were thinking.
Yeah. Drained the main vein.
I've also heard of the opposite, like how to get pregnant. Like, people like doing handstands afterwards and stuff. Have you heard of it? Like, if they're really desperate to get pregnant.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Just invert yourself.
I mean, so what I'll say is this, that when how Davina was conceived, that was one of the times I was like, it was the least sexual month of my life.
Okay.
When she told me she was pregnant, I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, what the heck? Whose baby is this? Because I was like, did we even have sex last month? And I was like, oh yeah, we did. Oh yeah, that makes sense. And I gorged on a plum tree. I ate about 30 plums from a tree that was orgasming plums before that evening. And it was in a sound studio at a cannabis farm. Okay. But I think there was something to be said about me not ejaculating much recently, that I was extra potent that day. So if we're trying to, now if we're going to flip the script and like talk about how to get pregnant, I would maybe consider that.
If
you're really going for
semen retention?
Not necessarily. I'm not trying to take it there because I don't practice that necessarily on purpose. It just was our lives that month. We weren't having much sex, and then so when I gave it to her, and it hadn't been done in a while. Yeah, I imagine maybe the seed was more potent rather than if I had sex like 5 times 5 days before that.
I think that makes sense.
Possibly. I've never donated sperm or anything like that, but those people would know.
No.
Because I bet if you're donating sperm, you're just not doing it every day. You're probably...
it's a once a week thing.
See, there might be something about if you don't ejaculate for a week, maybe that 1 week ejaculation is the strongest.
Interesting. Yeah. But I also think it's because like when it comes to the sperm banks, they're trying to... they basically lock you in for like a year. Like, and they want to get like 50 samples. Is essentially, so they're getting you like once a week.
That must be so interesting. You know a little bit about this because your whole freaking background. I don't know if you talk about all this on the show.
I haven't really yet. Yeah, I mean, happy like not wanting to talk about it, but don't want to make that the hour here. But yeah, no, I mean, obviously very familiar with it. I am not a sperm donor myself, but conceived from a sperm donor. So very familiar with the way how a cryobank works. And I think later this month, I was already part of a documentary. I went out to California and recorded, but the California Cryobank is releasing a documentary series all about sperm donors, people that have used sperm donors, and I was the donor conceived person in the documentary. So have to be on the lookout for that. California Cryobank.
That's the name of the documentary?
No, the name of the documentary I think is going to be Because of You.
Because of You.
Yeah, and run by this guy, Colton Underwood, really great guy. Probably people know he's a reality TV star. He and his partner just had a few kids through donor conception, used a surrogate. And so he wanted to put this documentary together in partnership with the California Cryobank. And so
how did he have his children? What was that?
Cool thing. So he and his partner, they
like wife, you mean?
No.
Okay.
Nope. He and his male partner.
Okay.
They had they wanted to have kids.
Okay.
So they got a embryo, or they got an egg donor.
Okay.
And then they had 5 eggs, I guess. Mm-hmm. That then he and his partner both, I assume, I don't know the exact process of how this goes, but I assume they both did a sample donation or something of their own, and they fertilized the embryos. So some of them would be his, and some of them would be his partner's. Mm-hmm. And then they use a surrogate to carry the child. Wow. So,
but in reality, though, it's only going to be one of their children biologically.
Correct.
But they're trying not to know by
right. They didn't.
But
They don't know who. They're gonna know when you see them.
Yeah.
Like eventually, when the kids grow up, it's gonna be
Yeah.
like, this one looks like, you know, and this one looks like you.
Yeah.
So, but no, I respect that of them. They're not gonna. They don't want to know, so they're gonna try to just love their kids, you know, equally either way. And I think that's the, you know, the approach that, I guess, you know, the approach that you should take in their circumstance.
What technology compared to Roman times or something?
I mean, yeah, it's crazy, right? Well, when you think about it, I'm 35, so this technology's been around for a long time. You know, they're obviously doing this stuff now. So, but yeah, that's going to be a very, you know, it'll be fun when that documentary comes out. And I will say that the thing about that documentary, that if I could go back and add a piece to it, and add a piece to my interview, would be, because the very last question he asked was, if you could, you know, the name of it is Because of You. So if you could say anything to like your sperm donor, to your donor, like, because of you, what would you say? And so my response was, because of you, I've gotten to live this awesome life. Like, thank you for these epic genetics and maybe almost 7 feet tall, and like, you know, and smart and intellectual and all the things. You know, I feel like I hit the genetic lottery. But if I were to flip that, it's because of you, my actual parents, and because of you, the actual parents of anyone that has went through the process of using some type of donor conception, I get to have life, because you're the one, because it was easy for my sperm donor biological father to come into a cup and make some money. Mm-hmm. Right. Like, mm-hmm. And I don't mean to take anything away from that, like, mm-hmm. you know, but the real decision is your actual parents that want you. And so it's because of them that I get to have life, not because of the sperm donor. You know, he had done his thing into a cup, regardless of whether or not anyone choose to use it. Mm-hmm. So it's because of my actual parents choosing that they want to have kids so bad, mm-hmm. That they were willing to go to that level to have a child. And so, because without that, you know, I would be, who knows? So, yeah, I definitely, if I'm the same soul dropped in the same body, my genetics would at least be different, which has a whole other depth of conversation.
Yeah, it is so fascinating. I mean, the siblings, are they as tall as you, like the sperm siblings? Are they
no one's as tall
relative?
As me. I've met 3. The other 2 guys, like, I think one of them might be 6 foot, and the other was like 6'2".
Oh wow, interesting.
My sister is 5'10", so she's tall for a girl. And then I have no idea what the other 3, because I know there's 7 of us. Okay. That I know of.
And remind me, did you meet this sperm dad donor?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, and he's cool. Like,
did y'all meet recently for the first time?
No, it was like 5 or so years ago.
So you met some of your siblings recently for the first time?
No. All of those siblings I met shortly after I met him.
Wow, that's such an amazing story. Amazing. I'm excited to see that documentary.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool because of you. I think it's gonna be. They're for sure releasing it on social media. They have a big social following. Like, Colton has almost 2 million followers. And,
oh, wow.
I know the cryobank has a big following too, but I think they're trying to sell it to maybe Hulu or something. I'm not sure exactly.
Okay.
I was just excited to go and be a part of it.
Yeah, congrats on being a part of such a breaking normal story.
It is. It's very breaking normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, that was a cool thing. And definitely a unique thing, but it's not, as you know, things that you think are unique are not as unique as you really think.
Yeah, I think paradoxically, what's usually most personal is most universal.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Mm-hmm. Because I mean, speaking of unique, like, you were one of the first people that I ever met that also is a full-time single father to your daughter. So that's something that we share. And for a long time, I thought I was the only person in the world that existed that was the case for. you know, and I think, and everybody's thing is different. Like my daughter goes to her mom every other weekend. But I know that, I think it's even, you know, your daughter's mom is overseas, so she's not as here as often. But I think where I really, you know, like to go with this is more so just in the direction of how cool is it to get to be such a present father, because I think that lots of times fathers in general get to play more the role of I come in, I have fun with my kid, and then I'm kind of out and I'm working or I'm doing other things, or like because you have the ability to not be as present. And at least for me, I know that I would, if circumstances were different, and like I would love to have more kids someday and do it with someone who I get to be an actual partner with. And I know that I will be, like, I'll still want to be a present dad, but it'd be nothing like the way that I raise my daughter now.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That is, I feel like it's an honor of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And really what comes up for me around that is that, yeah, the day, like the moments that I've been present with Davina, which is a lot, but I'm talking about like many of those moments I would have to say they're worth my whole life.
Yeah.
I just don't, I feel like you mentioned the genetic lottery.
Yeah.
You hit the genetic jackpot. I definitely feel like that with my daughter. I'm like,
yeah,
this is the best gift anyone could receive, seemingly.
Yeah, absolutely. You get to have great genetics, like you, because anyone can be raised well, you know, a lot of people aren't too.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're born, for the most part, and there's things through biohacking that we've learned that we can do to maybe alter or improve our genetic code to a degree.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, genetics is one of those things, like you're born with what you get and you have it, you know, you get what you get. So
I definitely am on the side though of how certain genetic pathways or actualizations can be awakened or not awakened based on someone's lifestyle from how they're raised as a child.
Totally. Yeah, different toxins, different environmental factors that can
mindsets.
Yeah.
Language. Mm-hmm. Habits, patterns, behaviors, rituals. Like as much as like a lifestyle set up to be outside versus inside, under false lighting versus real lighting.
True.
Sleeping in fresh air versus not. I mean, there's so many different ways I think our genetics can get unlocked or not. But yeah, being a dad to my daughter Davina is the ultimate. It's the ultimate gift.
Yeah.
And blessing, and it's not necessarily easy.
Right.
There are easy times, but there are not easy times.
Definitely.
And it is different. It is different. It's like it's not necessarily how most people live their lives for a dad to raise a daughter.
Yeah.
Like
most
without, yeah. And not in a partnership.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's a path.
It is.
And it is honor. It's an honor to be on this path, you know, parallel to you.
Yeah. Same, brother. It's, yeah, I mean, the connection that I have with my daughter, I can't imagine. And that's why I say, like, my future children, like, I know I'm going to love them. Or like, you know, I know I'm going to love them and I'm going to love being around them, but it won't be the same type of bond. Yeah. Like that bond that I have with Blakely, because it is me and her all the time. And we have each other, and it's a different type of bond than I see other people have with their kids. Like it's less of a, I don't know. Cause I guess the way I imagine, like I'll be more like, I don't want to say I'm on like the outside looking in, but it's more of like I I don't know. I guess with Blakely, I feel more like we're, whatever it is that we're in, we're just in it together, you know, versus like I'm just a parent trying to teach you and guide you. Like, obviously we are that for our daughters, but I think that one-on-one creates a different type of dynamic.
Yeah. You know, I've heard people talk about like how not to be like, you're not supposed to be best friends with your kid.
Right.
Like I've heard this advice.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking like, well,
I don't agree with
you're
it.
not even supposed to, according to you, you're probably not supposed to have the structure I do.
Yeah.
And my daughter is my best friend.
Totally.
And it's not a normal best friendship. It's like, I'm looking out for her.
Yeah.
At the same time,
Mm-hmm.
protecting her.
Yeah.
And there is this deep, deep waters of metaphor in a way.
Yeah.
Because like the closest thing I think of that is like, is God for myself.
Right.
It's like a father that's like looking out for me,
Mm-hmm.
that wants to be friends with me.
Totally.
That's always there for me. And that's different than like a mother and a son. And it's
Mm-hmm.
definitely different than a father, mother, and a daughter. And it's
Uh-huh.
definitely different than a mother and a daughter. So yeah, to the dad-daughter solo partnership, like when that's happening is like in co-parenting or whatever it is, it's a very unique thing. And it makes me like think that having someone on, I have a podcast as well, but having some people that have really studied this for lifetimes. I think of this guy named Warren, like the boy crisis, Warren Farrell or something.
Never heard.
He's like a expert witness in court cases.
Okay.
And usually representing fathers.
Interesting.
To show to help certain court systems understand how important a father is in a child's life, because apparently some states are not always set up in the favor of, like they're more set up in the favor of a mother, where in my understanding, Colorado's court laws they're trying not to look at as a father versus a mother, but as two parents.
Right.
They're not supposed to discriminate between, unless the mother's breastfeeding. There's like little caveats.
Yep.
So I really appreciate Colorado law for that. And then it makes me inspired to understand the deep psychology and spirituality of this like unique archetypal setup we have.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's a unique, like, as much as we think of it's a unique path for us, it's, I think, even more so a unique path for our girls.
Well, where is your girl right now? Where's Blakely?
She's at her mom's this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Davina's with probably a couple mothers and many of her friends. They're doing they're like bouncing around from gymnastics to a friend's house, going back to the friend's house.
Yep.
To open gymnastics. And it's single parenting, whether you're a dad or a mother, is such a like huge topic in our world right now that I'm not sure if enough people are talking about publicly.
Totally. It becomes almost like a tribal thing. Like, you know, you go back to Tribe Vitamin, you go back to like the way that societies existed when we lived in tribes, and it was communal, like people helped. Because I definitely have times where I'll have good friends in the neighborhood that are, kind of similar to what you're describing, like where Davina is now. And she'll go with the other moms or, you know, with the other kids in the neighborhood. And, if I have to run into town for a late night meeting or something where I have to go, like, you know, she's with someone in the tribe, you know?
Yeah, it's like really such an archetypal experience, because just as if me or you see an elderly lady, we're going to want to help her. Whether it's crossing the road, picking up something, it's just like we have this is something deep in my genetics that I want to help this elderly woman. Man or woman.
Yep.
But so I feel like when mothers know me, like mothers that know Davina and me, and they see our unique life experience, their motherly instinct, like they mother all over Davina. Davina has so many, she has her mom, and then she has so many mothers. And so many sisters. And it's that. I guess one thing I'm feeling about that is, for someone that's single parenting, don't do it alone. Don't do it alone. Don't do it alone.
Because I think that the idea of saying like a single parent, you think that means alone, but it doesn't.
It's like inherent in the word single, but that's the mistake.
It just means in general, you know, you might be alone in your home, you know, when you sleep at night, but you have community. And and it also just brings forward the importance of community. And I think, whether it be people that are parenting, like we are, or just people in general, community is the core of what provides stability. Because it is extended family. So whether or not you have a more traditional, mom, dad, 3 kid style family, that's that is a little community in itself, right? 5 people there, but you need that more extended community of people that are around you,
And it's also easy for people to like stereotype kids. They're like, oh, they're like they're being single parented, or they're like co-parenting. I think that's like a disadvantage,
right?
It could be, but I can list off endless advantages.
Oh yeah,
like if she had a bunch of siblings that always stayed at home, Davina is Davina's a star.
Yeah,
she is a star. She's a social star. She understands how to interact with like people of all ages, all cultures. And I have a feeling if she had like a best friend that was a sister that never left their house, she would not be like this.
Yeah. Like for me, the best examples I could use to go along with that are like, my daughter will come with me on sales calls. My daughter will come with me to business meetings. My daughter will go with me to conventions at times, or, so she's getting to go and experience things and talk to people, like the ability to, like oftentimes you'll have Davina here in the studio. I had Blake here in the studio a few weeks ago. Our girls are getting to experience these things that most kids would never experience because if there's always like a parent that's at home, it's easy to just like, well, the kids are staying home with the one parent that's there, right? But because that's not the case, and because I don't want to just and this would be another interesting thing to dive into, because sometimes I feel like, I don't want to feel like I'm dumping my daughter off on my friends and neighbors if they've even got to watch her for a few hours. And I don't think anyone ever feels that way, because Blakely's a joy to have. Like, she's an incredible kid, and it's not like that happens very often anyway. So, but I take her with me to things. And so she gets to go and experience this, like, she gets to see through actual exposure, this entrepreneurial type mindset in life that most kids would just be at home playing video games, or most kids would be at school doing something, or they would be they wouldn't be exposed to those like adult type environments and like positive adult environments, not a negative adult environment. But just like you said, Davina can talk to anyone of any age. Blakely's the same way. Sometimes I think she interacts with adults even better than she does, maybe even better than I do. It's like, or the way that, like she's able to handle, like I'll tell a story of, so Blakely has, one thing I've done with her is helped her publish her own coloring book.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That's
awesome. That's definitely inspiring. I want to tell me more.
And she, she's about to publish her second coloring book. We're really close. It's really on me at this point. She's finished it. I've got to help her. I've got to help get it on Amazon. But and she's not letting me forget either. She's like, Dad, when are you gonna finish? I'm like, oh, okay, I've got so much on my plate. I'll get to it. But she, most of the places she goes in and tries to sell books to, it's like no one can tell a 9-year-old girl, she's almost 10 now. They don't tell her no. Like, they'll buy a few books, right?
Yeah.
I took her into this doctor's office the other day, thinking, oh, like they'll want to buy a couple copies for, their lobby, right? And they're like, oh, okay. A couple of them and then they were talking. And I was like, I wasn't thinking anything of it. And all of a sudden they come out and they're like, no, we really don't think we're going to. And like, I'm like, you're not going to buy 3 coloring books. You're a doctor's office. Like, come on, you don't got $25 on you, or not even that much. So it's like, come on, whatever. But she was just like, we walked out and she's like, no, Dad, it's okay. Like, not everybody's going to buy them. Like, it's fine. And so she handled the rejection like a champ. And I'm over here ready to fight for her. I'm like, let's go get ice cream,
And I think that's also another thing that's brought up by single parenting is that you're more like allies than just like the authority.
Yeah.
I like when Davina, like, we have lots of conversations about like, why can't I do this? Or what does that mean? Or why does this happen? I'm not just like this blanket authority figure in and out, like just playing the authority figure and laying down the law and going to work.
Right.
Like we're really going through the thick of a lot of these topics because it's me and her here.
Yeah.
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 And that's just the way ways like children with single parents can be privileged. I just don't want people to think that like, oh, what a shame.
I do think
because there's like, well, it could go both ways.
They have to learn. They have to learn to be mature and like really just like competent and like conscious conversation in a way that I don't think you get to I grew up like sometimes I feel like Blakely is way more conscious of who she is and her understanding of life than I was even in my 20s. You know, like, and she's a young girl. Like, so, and that just makes me like, I know that once I have zero concern that when she's 18 or however, and she's going out and starting to, you know, maybe go to college or whatever, like she's already got a good head on her shoulders.
Yeah. I remember one of the most striking church sermons I ever sat in on.
Okay.
Like my family, I grew up going to church with my family, and the dad, the preacher, great guy, and he has a daughter and a son, and I think his daughter was like around the teenage years, and he was explaining why he doesn't think his daughter is like needing attention from other guys.
Yeah,
is because she grew up in a home where her father, told her how beautiful she is.
Yeah,
and how like amazing she is, and was like she received the love from her dad enough where she wasn't craving it in the wrong places.
Yep.
I was very compelled by that, you know, being a girl dad.
Yeah.
I think that's something I aim to pay attention to.
Absolutely. Because our daughters aren't going to be searching for, you know, I'm sure they're going to have crushes and they're going to kiss boys. They're going to kiss boys under the bleachers, or like, you know, it's going to be what's going to be like, but, yeah, they're not going to be seeking approval from a man. And I think that's the big thing, is they're already confident in who they are, because we've given that to them. Like, and if they need a guy if they're feeling insecure and feeling the need for some approval, they know they can get it really quick. Just call dad. You know,
I always thought that about girls that grew up riding horses. Like if they were if they were really obsessed with horses,
yeah,
I was like, those are like the purest girls, because no man's going to compete with that stud they're riding.
No kidding,
and they love those horses.
Yeah,
the people that like grow up riding them in a relationship with it's like a similar vibe.
Yeah,
to a girl that has a great dad.
Yeah,
that's always watching out for her.
Yeah, there's a horse ranch 3 minutes from my house that Blakely goes and rides horses once a week.
I want to get to be into that.
Like, oh, you should, man, because she'd love it. Like, it's one of Blakely's favorite things every week. Like, and it's also cool because she'll go and she'll ride for an hour, and get like instruction, but then she'll do barn chores for an hour.
Okay, there you
and
go.
Like, that's good for her. Like, okay, now you're having to feed the horse, you're having to clean up the stables, like. You know, they're making them do some stuff, like, because it's not just I show up and there's a saddle on a horse and I get to ride for an hour and leave. There's a lot of work that goes into having horses,
and being in the presence of the heart, the beating heart of a horse.
Yeah,
is also hard to compete with.
Yeah,
I feel like being in that much heart vibration also makes it less tempting for them to look for it in the wrong ways.
Yeah.
So it's just things I think about as a
dad
now sometimes, especially as she's almost 9.
Yeah. There was a mom at from an older girl. Blakely's probably the youngest, or one of the youngest. I think there might be one other girl that's like her age that rides at this place. So most of the girls are like, you know, high school. And one of the moms was telling me the other day that she was like, you know, my daughter came home the other day and said that a boy had asked her on a date. And she was like, okay, well, what did you say to him? And she said that her daughter said, if you don't have hooves and a tail, I'm not interested. So that was it. Yeah. She was like, she just wanted to ride her horse. She didn't care about going on a date with some boy.
Like in Georgia, I was like, oh no, she's a horse girl. Good luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then horse riding is kind of dangerous.
Yeah, I mean,
especially the higher levels, it's kind of a risky thing.
I mean, there's kind of like 2 degrees of horseback riding. There's like the showman, the showmanship horse riding, which is more along the lines of what Blakely's doing. So it's like that stuff is like, very, very methodical how they grade you. It's like if you go too fast, you lose points. If you go too slow, you lose points. It's not a race.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it's interesting. Oh, question from the crowd.
Yeah, about your company, the Bison. Why both of you love that animal?
Why do we love the bison animal?
Bison animal, yeah. Both of you, your company is based on that.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested. We can dive into Genesee nutrition here. These, I don't know how the color or whatever, but I mean, the first ever bison tallow protein bar. We just got the first batch.
Nice.
And for me, bison is really, we're dropping stuff. For me, I mean, bison is just like the most ancestral animal. It is like the strongest. It is the, it just seems like it has that strength, that wisdom. And so from a standpoint of just trying to create something that is healthy and that I feel good about on an energetic level, bison checks all the boxes. What do you think?
I agree with pretty much everything you just said. I feel like speaking of archetypes, they're like the archetypal essence for North America of like strength, resilience, survival, family, herd, like tribe, herd, community.
Yeah,
they're herd animals. They are. The bison that I've been around, they seem like as close to the perfection of evolution that I've ever. I mean, the way they smell, the way they stand, and the way they breathe. I mean, it must be. Yeah, it would be embarrassing to be a cow next to a bison.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a cow is so much more like representative of, I think, modern man, where the bison represents like
ancestral
wild man.
Yeah.
Like wild, resilient, strong man.
Yeah, talking about hitting the genetic lottery.
Yeah,
like a bison is the genetic lottery winner versus a cow any day.
They're amazing. They're dangerous too.
Yeah,
I think they kill more people in Yellowstone than any other animal.
Really?
It's like photographers just getting too close. It's not like they're going attacking people. It's just people not respecting them.
Right.
Not understanding what the bison, like thinking the bison is like a steer.
Yeah. Thinking it's just gonna
like a castrated cow.
We're gonna go pet the bison. Yeah. No. No, and I mean, I think bison are the only animal that like will face a storm. So when there's like a big snowstorm or something coming through, the bison like take it head on, and they'll put the strongest men at the front of the group and just let them. They will face the storm and walk through it until they get past it. Like, and everyone just the whole group will follow them.
Yeah, there's the history of it's amazing, and it's still unfolding. But just even the indigenous people of this land, like before Europeans arrived, the reverence they have for the bison is undeniable, regardless of the tribe. And I can see why. Especially, I've heard, a lot of it, how they roam. I think they're much better for the regeneration of our land, for instance. Like their poop seeds a deeper seeded grass. Their hooves aerate the soil better. And they're not just going to like trample on it, especially if you give them land to roam free. They allegedly, some people like on some ultra spiritual ways think they know like there's a ley line they're following to like fertilize things ideally.
Interesting.
So hence why some people like call fencing, especially from an indigenous perspective, like the devil's rope, because once apparently there was a big correlation with getting rid of bison and the Dust Bowl. Like allegedly, this prairie used to be like the African Serengeti.
Yeah.
Because the bison, millions of bison and elk and pronghorn and deer were roaming in their ways they would naturally roam without having to navigate fencing and highways and such.
Well, I mean, the bison were extraordinarily abundant here in North America, all across America.
Yeah. I think I go from like all the way to like top of Alaska to like Mexico.
Wow.
Like currently.
Yeah.
So you mean take a bite of this?
Yeah, let's try it. I'm actually hungry.
What's your favorite
This
flavor?
is the Snickerdoodle.
Okay, is that what you brought all of them?
So,
Okay,
yeah.
Snickerdoodle school.
Yeah, there's Snickerdoodle, white chocolate toffee, coffee latte. But these are the Snickerdoodle that I have here.
Nice. Now, Snickerdoodle, that's not like a trademark flavor or anything like that.
I sure wouldn't think so. I sure hope not. Like, golly. I've had to deal with enough trademark issues. Don't throw that at me.
Pretty tasty. And the ingredients are peanut butter, raw honey, whey protein isolate, collagen, grass-fed bison tallow.
Yep.
Cacao nibs, natural flavors, natural vanilla extract, sea salt, cinnamon, organic, and these are shows which ones are organic. Okay. I'm going to go to Davina and try this.
Yeah, everything with an asterisk organic. So.
Wow.
But
I don't eat many bars.
It's all real food, man.
To know that you are putting bison tallow in this. Wow. Do you try one?
They're good.
So is this like people can buy on the website right now?
Yeah, Genesee Nutrition. We launch. I mean, they'll be able to buy on the website by the time this podcast is released.
Okay, congratulations, man.
Yeah, we're about 2 weeks from where we sit today. We're about 2 weeks out from sales.
I see the Colorado mountains and that little bison cutout. That's cool.
Yeah, what is it? The flat irons that are in this one?
I don't know if that's the flat irons or not.
It is.
It is. Okay, cool, nice. Awesome.
No,
a little challenging.
No,
these look like the sand dunes.
That's the sand dunes.
Oh,
yes.
Cool. Nice.
The Snickerdoodle is the sand dunes. The flat irons is for the white chocolate toffee. And we have the Continental Divide in there for the coffee latte.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Yeah. So those are the 3 Colorado images. And if you don't know, it just looks like some pretty scenery, right? But
no, I like that.
It's a cool Colorado
nice
detail.
Those subtleties are important, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm gonna eat this whole thing.
I wonder how many calories.
It's the texture.
How much do you
do so much?
What's your height?
Almost 300 pounds.
And what's your
I'm like 290, 6'10", 6'11".
Wow, that's a big boy.
Yeah.
Big boy. I mean, I'm imagining many of the women you've dated are possibly half your weight.
Or less.
Or less. I mean, like less than half your weight. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That must be like fun for everyone.
Yeah. I've never had anyone complain about it. Yeah, I mean, it's you can it's all about leverage, right?
Like, where did the shortest girl you date, where does she come up to you on your body?
I don't think I've dated anyone. Like, I think, probably the shortest girl I dated is around like 5'1".
5'1". So where is 5'1" on you? Where is that show? Like on your body? Where is it?
10. I don't know. Maybe like right under my nipples.
Okay. I've never dated a girl that's head is under my nipples. Have you? Her head's under your sternum? I don't think so.
I don't know. But I think the tallest girl I've ever dated was like 6'2". And that was cool.
Do you have a preference between tall and like a height for when you're looking at a potential mate?
I don't know. I think there's there can be advantages to all size.
Okay, but you're not like if you do you have a dating profile that shows like the height that you're after or not after?
I think in the long run, like when I really want to like settle down and find someone to have kids with, I definitely would prefer a taller girl.
Taller, yeah.
For sure.
For the genetics of it or for just
Partially,
life in general?
Both.
Okay.
One, I want there to be a chance that my sons are taller than me.
Okay, nice.
So, which is a tall order.
Yeah.
But which is a tall order at 6'10".
Dad jokes, good dad.
That I would like to have, I think it'd be cool if I had, a son or two that hit 7 foot. Wow. But whatever, God's plan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think in general, but also I would say like, you know, when you're horizontal, it doesn't matter so much, but like when you're when you're walking around in public,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be nice to be able to, or I shouldn't say I think it would be. I know it is because I've dated taller girls. It's nice to be able to have someone that's a little bit closer in height to you, that you can just like put your arm around and give a kiss to when you're in public, or whatever, you're hanging out without having to like, you know, hunch over, like have to pick them up in order to be able to kiss them. So yeah, I would say in general, you know, I think, but you know, we're young men. We have time to, you know, explore to roam the open plains and, you know, see what God has in store for us.
Yeah. I was just curious. I know some people have like parameters. They like put parameters on who they think they can fall in love with. Yeah,
and that's where I think, like, you know, I think from a logical brain, you know, I answered that question you asked me from a logical standpoint, but from a heartfelt standpoint, you know, ultimately I would just want the mother of my children to be someone who is loving and is like my biggest supporter, and who just wants to take care of, wants to be an incredible wife and an incredible mom, and has that like heart of service and that heart of gold. I think that's so much more important than if you're 5'2" or 6'2".
Yeah. Well,
but you know, and the great thing about you know, being able to make these choices is surely you can have it all, right? We don't have to choose between.
Meaning, like, you're open to having multiple wives?
Well, I mean, I think at this point that's a given, right?
Yeah. I mean, simultaneous. I didn't know what you were referring to. If you were saying every.
No. No, I think you know, I know polyamory works for, you know, certain people, but personally, I think I'd rather just have like a partner. What about you?
Which question?
Feel free to fill in where you choose.
Like between polyamory or not, or I've only been in monogamous relationships. Yeah. I guess I'm not going to say never, but I'm not interested. And it doesn't seem. The problem I have, I guess 2 wives is different, but I just can't. I've never been able to even fathom the girl that I was dating to be with another guy. I'm like giving permission to that.
Yeah,
that just doesn't make sense to my body.
Right. I've had people try to explain that to me in the sense of like, oh, well, they're so like open, or they're so like comfortable in themselves. I'm like, no, you're tricking yourself into thinking like, I really don't see like how as a man you do not want to, you know, like, I mean, that's why dogs like piss on bushes. It's territorial, you know, like, no, that's mine. And I think that any like really good woman is only going to respect a man who is territorial about her. Like, I think there is this like virus on society where they want to make men be submissive and not that like dominant type thing. Like, no, actually, we should be more along the lines of like, I will murder anyone that tries to touch something that's mine. Like, no, I will get my axe and chop you in half.
Yeah, I also didn't. When I've been in sincere relationships, I didn't have interest in other women.
Yeah,
same.
It's
just but maybe, you know, people are built different.
Yeah,
or at least they convince themselves they are.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in the sister wife thing or sharing my wife. I think, you know, when that time comes, I think, you know.
But what do we know? We're both single.
Right.
We're both single dads. It's like giving.
Yeah,
it's like when someone has any money, giving people on how to get money. No, but at the same time, I'm making a joke. But I also we have beautiful daughters.
Yeah,
and they have beautiful mothers.
100%.
That's why it's not like I gave birth to Davina.
Right.
yeah, like she's a beautiful mom.
Yeah. No, my daughter's mom is beautiful, and
so good job on us, all of us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is kind of funny.
Yeah. And for sure, and everyone has their strong attributes. So like, there's lots of good things that I have to say about Blakely's mom, as well, other than just the fact that she's a beautiful Swedish,
a Swedish
tall.
What?
Yeah.
Davina's mom is Danish.
Half
Danish, half Thai.
We both got those Viking
thing
going on, bro.
Our daughters do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know they were both Scandinavian like that.
Yeah. Yeah. That is.
I like Sweden better than Denmark personally.
Yeah. I've never been there. Have you?
Both.
Really?
Sweden,
cool.
Denmark, Norway, Iceland.
I would love to go and travel.
Sweden, Sweden, yeah, Norway. Denmark's so flat and so normal. There's like almost a cultural taboo about sticking out. It's like the opposite of America in that sense.
Huh.
Like United States, like if people want to become champs, so whatever they're doing, there it's like don't try to say that you're better than anyone at anything.
Yeah.
They even have like part of like the fairy tales are about like
revolved
around. I mean, if you look into them, they might not think that it's a beautiful. Most people might love the culture because of this, because no one's like trying to think they're better than anyone else.
Yeah, like ultra humble.
But it's pretty flatline, literally. Like I think the highest peak in Denmark is like 500 feet or 500 meters or something. And I'm like, that seems like culture.
Yeah, which is not what you think of Scandinavia either.
Norway is the opposite. I mean, Norway is huge and rocky.
Right.
And same Iceland. Iceland is just one big freaking volcano.
Yeah.
The whole island is on hot spring water.
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Denmark's very safe and clean, and people are nice. Copenhagen's like a beautiful city.
Okay.
Copenhagen.
All right.
You've been to Copenhagen?
I've never been.
Oh, it's a beautiful city. Yeah. I'd much rather be in the mountains or the beach than the city.
Yeah.
But I heard a trip getting cooked here. A trip to Denmark, Iceland, Sweden, all of us together.
Oh, you want to go to Scandinavia?
Let's do it.
Well, I've heard things about like Estonia, like where there are so many more women than men. Have you heard of this?
Oh, no, but I was thinking of Poland. Like,
there's apparently Estonia, maybe Poland and Lithuania,
Yeah.
Estonia, and Poland. Yeah. Apparently, they're like the women. I don't know.
Well, like
the
tallest women in the world are in Poland.
Maybe we should go there. So that's where my grandparents are from.
The only country that didn't accept illegal immigrants.
Yes, that's the other thing. It's super. I think Poland is where we need. I actually looked this up a couple of weeks ago. They've got a bunch of sick music festivals.
Okay.
So we should definitely make a Poland trip this summer. 2 weeks.
Pretty interesting.
I'm gonna meet my 6'5" redheaded wife.
Well, first of all, Poland has bison as well.
Really?
They have the European bison there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and the other thing,
we got all kinds of similarities or connections with them then.
Yeah, maybe we could do like a little trip between Poland, Estonia, Lithuania, and Israel. Well, Tel Aviv is definitely one of the best places I've ever seen for women.
Yeah, interesting.
I mean, not only women. The issue is there's beautiful men there too. Like the idea with the Estonia is like I keep hearing these memes that like there's no men. Like I have friends like Daniel. Why don't you just go to Estonia and get 3 wives? And I'm like, what are you talking about? No, they're like desperate over there. Like I have like friends putting this in my ear. No, but Israel is just like one of the best looking countries I've ever been to.
Yeah,
like
make a Euro trip.
And I've been to Israel. I've never been to Estonia, Lithuania, or Poland. And my grandparents are from Poland.
What is it with Tel Aviv? Is it just because it's like a melting pot, or like why is it? We'll ask the one guy who's from Israel. Why is Tel Aviv, as Daniel describes, this hub for beautiful women?
Combination of so many people from all over the world, because the Jewish got kicked off all over the world. And the most beautiful people is combination. Like my father from Morocco, my mom from Iran. Like it's a combination that you don't see every day. But go for someone from Europe and someone from the Middle East.
Okay.
Then you can see like a dark woman with blonde hair, blue eyes. So it's like the most beautiful combination. And you can see the 4 of the 10 most beautiful women in the world right now for 2025 was Israelis.
Oh wow.
You don't have a microphone over there.
No.
You need a microphone.
So can people hear you when we
I can bring it.
answer this?
Yeah, you should get a little microphone over there just so they can hear you.
Have that. Yeah, you gotta. No one's gonna know the answer to the question except for us.
I'm a little biased by women from Colombia and Venezuela. Like when I've been in Central America, I always thought the Venezuelan men. Like if I'm like when I met, like when I saw an extremely beautiful woman, if I was in Panama or Costa Rica, it was like first, unfortunately or not, I had to figure out she was a prostitute.
Oh.
Yeah, the prostitution is legal there.
How'd you figure that out?
Well, once I went on a date with a girl, and she was a prostitute, and like the guy, it was like very shady waters. Like I thought I was going on a date, but all of a sudden she's like getting naked at her house. And I'm like, whoa, and I went back to the taxi driver. I'm like, I thought you told me she was not a prostitute. He's like, no, she's nice, just a little money. And I'm like,
it's so like culturally accepted. Like,
yeah, I'm like, what the?
He's like, no, just a little money.
Yeah,
you don't have to pay her a lot of money.
Yeah,
just a little.
And then
it was in Colombia.
But a lot, they're really beautiful. Like when there was someone from really beautiful, it was like they were typically Colombian or Venezuelan. And I have never been
Latin American culture, man. Like, and especially the way I remember this from being in Peru. It's just like the way they're just like trained. Like they just, they just love you.
Yeah, there's
like,
a vibe.
There's like a thing. Like, they just love you. Like
Argentina.
I've not been to Argentina either.
That's the place to go.
Yeah.
There's beautiful people everywhere, but it is fun to think of these like little ideas. They're like, there's like we're gonna land in Estonia, and like 10 women are gonna try to marry you right when you get off the plane.
We're walking on the tarmac. They're just like a herd of these women just running across the airport.
I bet
the Americans have landed.
This is some scandal from like the government just to increase tourism, basically.
Yeah, it's like the Coca-Cola thing. It's all just manipulation for marketing. Just get there and be very disappointed.
I have like Scandinavian countries got, like I said, Iceland and Sweden and Norway. I would go back anytime.
Yeah,
anytime that's aligned.
Uh-huh.
And Denmark when I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Everyone's speaking about Colorado, that it's the Switzerland of USA.
It's the what of US?
Switzerland.
Oh, Switzerland. So,
but
I'm not in Switzerland.
I would say in the sense of like the geography is where you talk about Colorado.
I mean, even Left Hand Canyon to me looks like what Switzerland looks like.
Yeah.
When you're driving into Boulder from Left Hand Canyon, this is like a Swiss mountain right here. It's beautiful.
My sister been there in the Red Rocks, and they told her it's exactly like in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, my brother from Boulder.
Nice. Yeah. I want to go to Switzerland too.
That's cool. Yeah, there's so many places I would love to travel.
I've done a lot of Western Europe, but not past.
I haven't done nearly the amount of travel that I would like, but I feel because we live here in Colorado, I've been to every little nook and cranny of Colorado. I've went and
that can take a lifetime. There's a lot here.
And it can, man. Like but for me, as much as I would, we're talking about these exotic places to go, right? Because it seems that way because it's not here. It's always like the grass is greener on the other side type analogy, right? But within 30 minutes to 5 hours from my house, I can drive and go and camp and hike and paddleboard. And and then in the winter they're skiing, but like I think of it more in the summer, in the nice months where I will go. I have a rooftop tent on the back of my truck, and anywhere I can park my truck, I can pop that tent open, and I am just isolated in nature. And here in Colorado, we have endless amount of epic places to go and do that. Like,
I totally agree with you. So Colorado is epic. And sometimes I get a little careful about giving away certain spots, but right where I live is one of my favorite places on earth.
Right.
Evan G. Fine Park, baby.
Yeah.
I'm okay with sharing that.
Totally,
that
man.
is where we do 100 Sundays. That's where the creek is the cleanest in Boulder. That's where the saunas are. And like on a summer day in Evan G, it's like
doesn't get better.
Arguably one of the best beaches on earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of
that's
women,
my backyard. But
plenty of women in
saying,
bikinis at Evan G.
Oh yeah, and without them, Boulder, it's legal to be topless here, which is such a radical thing that it's illegal to be topless anywhere.
Yeah,
it's legal.
You're gonna get arrested.
Yeah, there's many women that walk along Evan G without their tops on.
Wow.
in the summertime. And I'm one of the men that does that.
Yeah. Is that,
yeah, I'm topless quite a bit
that,
there.
Daniel's nickname is the naked guy.
Yeah, I get like the naked bison guy, the dad with the pit bulls,
he's just
the shirtless dad,
bison tallow all over his body, sunning his
I don't know. I just can't believe everyone's not doing it.
And then Davina walking.
You and Troy Casey.
Oh yeah, Troy. Have you met Troy?
No.
Troy.
You know Troy?
Oh yeah, Troy. Troy is the first person I ate raw bison testicles with.
Really?
Yeah, in Orange County,
cool.
California.
That's awesome.
Actually,
I love his content.
Oh, Troy's with the certified health nut, and I go way back.
Yeah,
he actually came to several of our retreats.
That's awesome.
Well, at least one in Costa Rica. That was a big one. Arenal, we went to the volcano there.
Yeah.
Joined. That was
do
fun.
you do the ball slapping that he talks about?
I've never done that.
Really?
No, I've seen him doing these things. I may have slapped my balls a couple times, but not like the ritual, whatever he's doing.
I tried it for a few days after watching one of his videos. And I was like, man, this just hurts. maybe I was slapping my balls too hard.
Like you're bringing energy to your balls. Or
something. I was like, I watched this video and I was inspired. I was inspired to start smacking my balls when I woke up in the morning. And
I definitely see it as a way to go more views because like, what is this guy doing?
Right. Yeah.
He is definitely the certified health nut. He's the nut part. He
embodies it.
Yeah. He owns it very aligned. Troy's the man, though. I like Troy. Troy had great times with Troy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He introduced me to Paul Check. And then he introduced me to Laird Hamilton. I think, or Paul Check did. It was like meeting Troy like set me off and the Rob Rows on this like whole series of crazy events.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who's the coolest person you ever met?
The coolest person I've ever met is probably my dad.
That's a cool answer.
Yeah, it's probably my dad.
That's awesome. Shout out to Daniel's dad.
I've met so many. I will say I say that quite confidently. I have met so many cool people.
Yeah. Well, you've been doing your podcast and stuff for a long time. When did you write the Breaking Normal book?
It was in works for like years until Davina was born. She was born April 2017, April 7th. And then I published it, I think my birthday, June 1st, 2017.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'll publish my first book this year.
Oh, nice.
I'm getting really close to being done with it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely way beyond the like idea stage.
Do you have a title for it?
It's close. I don't have a title for it yet because the title that I wrote is actually I've been taking down a lot of ideas for a second book, and I'm gonna definitely use that title for the second book.
Okay.
It's more along those lines.
I like that you're teasing us about the second book before the first book comes out. This guy, he's got a plan. He's got a
place to do the audiobook.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Come in here and do the audio recording for it. Absolutely. Yeah.
And I have a question for both of you.
Okay.
Now you're on air.
Yeah.
You've never done this before?
No.
That's so much better than the screen. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it intrigues people. Like, who is that in the background? But now they can hear you.
The inaugural episode bringing Yavel to the screen from behind the producer's table.
I like it.
Yeah.
I have a question for both of you.
Okay.
Because you talk about this Colorado, about that you love to do unbreaking stuff, like unnormal stuff, and you're the breaking normal guy. And I would love to ask you, like, if there is someone that's stuck in the mindset of like the 9-to-5 mindset, just go to work, come back home, be with your family, and that's it. What is the first thing you would recommend doing to do unbreaking, like breaking normal stuff in his life?
I mean, awareness, acceptance, action. Someone like that's doing a 9-to-5, they first have to become aware that they might, and it sounds like you're insinuating they don't like doing it. So if someone's,
because some people might love their 9-to-5.
Yeah. So, but it sounds like he's painting the picture of someone that doesn't like the 9-to-5 that they're in, how to break out of it.
95% or 97% of the people in the world.
Well, what one practice is they usually get good at. So it's good to be first aware. Are you spending that 9-to-5 doing something that's fulfilling, that you love, that's supporting others? And if you're not, first be aware of that. Just let that set in, accept that, and then take some freaking action.
Yeah.
I mean, with the world today, there's so many possibilities between like AI and social media. I don't think people should be reaching for something that's going to succeed as much as what lights them up. So like whatever you're good at, where you lose track of time and space, find a way to offer that as a valuable service or product and get off that rat wheel if you don't want to be on it. But you might have to jump off and first be aware that you're on it.
Yeah. Because I think there's a lot of people too that love having their 9-to-5 job. Like it gives them stability, it gives them structure, it gives them, it provides for the life that they actually want to live outside of their job. You know, I think any entrepreneur can probably look at that and at times like how stressful it is to build a business or to be responsible for everything 100%. You know, I think at times it can be like, wow, to have a 9-to-5 would be someone's just going to write me a check. Like what? I don't have to go and, I shouldn't say you don't have to go and earn it. Cause you know, everyone's earning their pay in the way that they're earning it. But like but yeah, I mean, if someone's not happy in their job, I would just say, yeah, I mean, figure out something that you love and then go and do it without getting paid. It's like something like this podcasting, you know, I do this, you know, I don't know how many episodes are we on now, Yavel? I've done over 20. I think, I don't know, maybe we're getting close to 30 with this. I have my crypto podcast, the Diginachi Sequence. I think I've done over 30 episodes with that one. I do it because it's fun for me. You know, I do it because I enjoy it. I don't expect to ever get paid from this. Like if for some reason, I mean, if something happened and my podcast went massively viral and I had 1 million followers overnight, you know, I guess maybe there would be sponsors that would try to give me money for this, but it wouldn't change anything. I really just enjoy jumping on here and having conversation, and it's fun. It's fun. So that's my take to people is do things that are fun. And then if you're having fun doing something, it's easier to figure out how to make ends meet if you're doing something because you enjoy it. Like,
yeah, much more valuable if whether you're an employee or an entrepreneur, if you're enthusiastic about what you're doing.
Yeah.
A job is a joy of being. Yeah. Otherwise, someone needs to learn that there's things that are much more valuable than money.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there's I was at a thing several months ago, and as part of the attendance, I suppose you could say, it was you're supposed to write your name and what your job was, right? And the guy kind of looked at me because he knows who I am. He's like, just write down businessman, you know, because I was, you know, everybody else there probably had like a defined thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at this paper and I'm about to write what he just told me to write. And I'm like, but is that who I am? Like, is that? So I wrote lover of life, you know, and I was like, that's what I feel like, you know, that's what I do. Like, I love everything that I do for the most part. I mean, there's like parts of my business or whatever that I'm still doing that I would like to delegate because they're not my favorite.
Yeah.
But I love every day of my life. You know, I love what I'm building. I'm passionate about what I'm building. I get to spend time on projects that energize me with people who I think are awesome people. I don't have to work with anyone that I think is like not cool. You know, in any type of regard. Like I don't mean that as like a cool bro type way. I mean that as like everybody that I work with in whatever capacity is a good person. They're excited about life in whatever capacity that they are passionate about, and they're just good human beings. So I'm super fortunate in that regard. And I think that for me is like really what I care about doing the things that I do, because the people that I end up being surrounded with are they're inspiring. You know, it's inspiring to be around inspiring people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. God bless.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, we're going to hit the creek sometime soon. I need to come to 100 Sundays. It's been a bit.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow morning.
That's 23 hours away.
23 hours away.
Yeah.
Another 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, right?
Yeah. Sunday, 1 p.m. We join at Eben G. Fine Park, the paradise that I was alluding to.
Yes.
And we do 100 push-ups and 100 pull-ups together. And they don't all you don't have to do them all, and you don't have to do them all good. But there's something powerful about that practice, especially with everything we spoke to with community.
And then jump in the cold
making
creek.
men strong again.
Yeah.
Still, women are welcome. There's men. I did. My daughter does some of them with us, actually. Some of her friends and such.
Yeah.
There's a girl that asked me to join tomorrow. So
cool.
Yeah.
And jump in the creek, right? It's partially frozen over right
Yeah,
now.
I imagine it's in the high 30s today. Is my guess.
That's cold water. I jumped in the creek in Golden, maybe 4 or 5 days ago.
Nice.
It was cold, man.
Yeah.
I think I stayed in 90 seconds.
That's great.
I was like,
that seems like
I'm always trying to stay
That's like a lot for
3 minutes.
Yeah. I don't have any rules
I was done.
when it comes to water other than to respect it.
Yeah. Yeah. Water can be scary, man.
Water's...
Have you ever whitewater rafted?
Yep.
I have
a little bit.
Once.
I've got myself in much sketchier situations surfing.
Okay.
But yeah, I have all the respect in the world for water.
As much of an adrenaline junkie as I am, whitewater rafting, I was like, nah, I'm good.
I'd be open.
I would probably do it again because it's been a long time. I think that was like 12 or so years ago.
My main issue was that the people I was rafting with, I wasn't sure if I trusted them not to let go of their
you're afraid of getting
buoys.
hit.
So I was I was happy to have a helmet. I might have brought a mouthpiece depending on who I'm doing it with. But yeah.
Well, Daniel, my brother, my good friend, my bison brother, and it's good having you on, man. It's fun hanging out. We gotta I'm sure I'll probably talk to you tomorrow.
yeah, come.
Or I'll see you at the sauna later this evening.
Possibly as well. Yep, because Davina's having a sleepover. You mentioned that thing earlier. I was going to say I had someone that interviewed me, Sam. He was asking me, how do you know if you're being a good parent or something like that? Okay. And I was like, well, it seems like every other parent wants Davina to come over.
They're cool with her coming over.
And they're like inviting her constantly.
Both of you are great parents.
Yeah.
I saw both of you on the side.
Appreciate you, brother.
But that's I think you were just talking about you don't want to just dump your children off, but it's that's actually an interesting feedback. If you want to know, I just want parents to consider that. If you want to know how you're doing as a parent, does your child get invited over again? Yeah. Yeah, that might be a good
our parents
feedback
happy
system
about them coming over.
Yeah.
Or are they trying to avoid it?
Yeah.
Because I as a parent who has lots of kids in the neighborhood, there's kids that you enjoy coming over and there's kids you don't.
I'm just automatically thinking of which one of your neighbors are watching the show.
I know. I'm going to be very careful what I say here.
But it is a good cue. It's that's a good way. I think I'm not saying it's 100% rule, but it's a fair assessment.
But that can be
something to consider.
And that can be used for how are you personally doing in life?
Exactly.
Do people want to have you around?
And do they want to have you over again?
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you find yourself never being invited over again to places,
it might be time to take some awareness checks.
People don't want to hang out with you. It might be a reason.
Oh, and you might want to just stop using poisonous colognes and use some tallow balm instead.
There you go.
The tallow smells good, right?
Do you use deodorant?
No.
I haven't used deodorant in probably 5 years.
I use that. I'll use tallow balm.
Yeah, but that's not
and skin.
Yeah, but you're not using it to make yourself smell good, or are you?
I get many compliments of how I smell, especially with the white chocolate. People ask me why do I smell like ice cream?
You're like that.
Well, that sounds like a pickup line to me.
You're the and one 3-on-3 white chocolate.
But that is the issue with other tallows are they smell. So I think you'll smell. You might even smell better.
These are good. All right, I'm gonna try it. See if it. I peacock enough at 7 foot. See what it's like when I smell like peaches and cream now. Might be too much. I might be like no.
You might end up in that relationship you were not into. With several of them.
Maybe. All right, man. I'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Later, brother.